and raining. So for all of my people up on the East Coast where it is hot and humid and stifling, come to Tasmania. It's freezing. I've just put jumper and slippers on and I'm cold. So yes, look, you know what? I'm already looking at this window going, it looks different. So let's see what happens today. You never know. You never know with Facebook land whether it's going to work or not. But good morning and welcome to Monday, the 8th of December. All right, so now we've got a couple of things happening this week as far as planetary movement goes. Now, I haven't done all the words, but so on. Oh, there's someone here. Good morning. Hello, Alicia. Oh, you just added jumper and slippers too. Amazing. Oh, I'm so glad that it is working. All right. So on Wednesday, we have Neptune, which is going station direct for the last time at 29 degrees of Pisces. All right. This is huge. This is like a 164-year transit. However, I think I heard the other day that Neptune and Saturn meeting at 0 degrees of Aries, which is the first degree of the zodiac. All right. Someone called it the world axis. But anyway, good morning, Helen. Good morning, Elizabeth. So it's been over 6,000 years since Neptune and Saturn met in Aries, and I don't think that it was at the 0 degree point that they met. Now that is February 14th, something like that, that Saturn moves into Aries. However, all right, my point was that on Wednesday, Neptune is going to face the right direction and move itself out of Pisces. All right, so here is the end of the gaslighting. Good morning, Julie. How are you? Nice to see you live. So I did also watch something this morning with Nadia Shah, and she was talking about the actual movie Gaslight, I think it's called. It's like a 50s, 40s or 50s movie with Ingrid Bergman in it. Anyway, the point is we are getting to the position in our world where we are going, you know what? Stop trying to gaslight me. I know what I know. It is my reality and my truth. And whatever you say, if you're saying it's not true, well, I'm saying goodbye because I know it is true. All right. So the end of gaslighting. Neptune is now moving out of that delusional zone. Once he moves into Aries, it's going to be a whole different type of spiritual warfare. Or, right now, Neptune's shady, man. He's so shady. But he's also trying to teach us that deep spirit that we have, it's what we know, right? Our knowing is our knowing, all right? Moo, just like you have your specific ding that lights you up, that is your truth, all right? Just, just, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that we're all clarifying what it is that we believe. All right, now going on to the rest of the week. Mercury moves into Sagittarius on Friday. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Mercury is going to be moving out of Scorpio, which I don't mind. I'm a little bit over it because, we've had these really deep, dark topics for quite a while now. Now, it doesn't move out of shadow, all right? So it went retrograde at 6 degrees of Sagittarius. It doesn't move out of shadow until the 17th of December, all right? So that is when Mercury is going to be covering fresh tracks, right? Everything that it's doing now, it has done previously, all right? And I just mean during this retrograde cycle. Okay, so we've got movement, guys, which is why I said in the words today that it is the potential of what we are seeing right now. We do not want to sit here being stagnant. We are actively taking steps to getting moving. I know for myself, I was like wondering whether I've got a little bit of burnout or something. I'm finding it really difficult to produce the words in bulk. And I know I've said this to you guys plenty of times. Oh, good morning, Sally. How are you, beautiful? When I feel like when I can't get the things out that far in the future, it's because I'm in them. And the universe is just like, you need to be in this, you need to be learning this, you need to be experiencing this. And yeah, I love having the heads up, but sometimes I'm like I said, I was like, is this what they call burnout? Like, is this like, it's just not, I just can't get the ball rolling. It is what it is. Maybe it is the fact that Neptune right now is stationary on the spot. And by modern standards, Neptune is my ruling planet because I have a Pisces rising. All right. So who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of there's. I mean, there's so many things it could be. Well, iron levels are not one of them. However, my iron levels are good. So, so like I was saying, in the words, we are now actively taking steps to get moving. And while your bones might crack and pop as you get up, it feels good. So have a big stretch, a yawn, you're waking up and you are starting to get moving. All right. I know I'm not as fast as I used to be, but it does not feel good when you get up and you stretch and you're like, okay, all right, let's just get my shit together. Have a big glass of water. Make sure that you've got your fiber. You've got to make sure that your bowels are moving. You've got to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So this body that we have, the engine that functions our consciousness, is going to be moving within itself in the right way as well. All right, that was a bit of a sidetrack there. I wonder where Hygieia is, because she was like, you haven't talked about the good stuff. All right, let me just pop them back in and I will give you that. Oh, beautiful. All right, so Lilith is at 27 degrees of Scorpio conjunct Mercury. All right, so I absolutely think all of these hard lessons about the things that have traumatized us a little bit. Hello, Karen. How are you? I know, Sally, iron levels. I'm sorry. I'm going to side shoot back to the iron levels. I've been taking these things. They're like beef, liver, and spleen tablets that my dietitian gave me. And oh my God, my iron levels went from 33, because I gave blood the other day, to 148. Ridiculous. I don't think I've ever known my heme iron or my iron stores to be that high. So if anybody does have chronic anemia, like I have my whole life, these beef and liver, they're called cell squares, as in CELL squared, organic beef and liver dried tablets. They're freaking amazing. Oh, thank you, Mick. All right, just because I think it's so important that as females, we are usually chronically anemic. These things have been amazing. Like, I'm not even joking. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. This is me going, this shit fucking works, man. So if anybody, I ordered them online, phenomenal, and they're organic. And they're all like, small batch, and the animals are looked after. Yes. So, there we go. Yes, Hygieia is on your ascendant. So Hygieia is at 3 degrees of Cancer. All right. So she's now in a position where not only is she asking us to look after, so Cancer is the breast, any of the pink tissues in the body, the womb. All right. So Hygieia is like, oh, you need to be nurtured as a mama, or you need to be nurturing your family or your children. Whereas remember when she was in Gemini, it was all about our mental health. Good morning, Louise. How are you? And so, like in Karen's example right now, it's like, are you nurturing your physical body enough? Are you nurturing the parts of your personality that give and receive love, that love to cuddle? So there's lots of beautiful things. But oh my God, I want to roll today, I know. But yeah, that Lilith. Honestly, try these, Karen. They are, again, not paid advertisement. I'm just phenomenally happy with these. So, and they will be something that I will be taking for the rest of my life. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Who wants to go back to iron deficient again? All right, so yeah, Lilith and Scorpio. So these are the last couple of days where we get to work on those traumas that we have been dealing with for quite a long time. Mercury's been in and out of Scorpio what is it now? It's been at least 6 weeks or something like that. It's been a very extended stay, and yeah, I'm very much ready for a bit more adventure. So so yeah. So now, all right, that was a big blur. All right. Now, as far as the moon goes today, all right. So the moon is in Cancer right now, and it moves into Leo at 1:48, 12:48 for you in Queensland. And yeah, moving into Leo, the sun is in Sagittarius. Oh my God, let's have some fun, adventure. Maybe we get that awareness because at 11, okay, so, all right, sorry, first, there is a sextile to Uranus at 11:30. That is going to be while it is still in Cancer, but that might be something shiny or an opportunity, or there might be some sort of awareness about our discomfort from our family systems. All right, because think Uranus is in Taurus retrograde. We're looking at what are the things that are making me uncomfortable. A sextile gives you an opportunity to do something, and that moon in Cancer is, again, family systems, family of origin, our actual home, our nurturing needs. So 11:30, something bright and sparkly. 12:30, a trine to Neptune. Now, Neptune being stagnant right now, just be careful about the desire to lose yourself. So you can absolutely turn that into an opportunity to go meditate, or just be aware that you might just be reluctant to do something because you're like, I don't know, I just don't want to move. But again, remember, we are getting up, we are snap, crackle popping, and we are starting to just go, okay, all right, I'm just shake myself out of this little slumber. And yeah, we're starting to move. All right, now, and then at 5 p.m., while the moon is in Leo, then we have an opposition to Pluto. All right. So just watch for the feels around then time. It is an opposition, which there is some, it's not the tension that a square brings, but it's highlighting something. All right. The moon is shining its light on Pluto in Aquarius. And it's like, are you proud of yourself? Or are you holding back your future potential because of an old trauma? Stuff like that. Or can you turn this Pluto in Aquarius into a rich opportunity? Because remember, Pluto is still the Lord of the riches, and he holds so much value in our lives. But we need to be open to not be hurt by his hard lessons. Sometimes we just need to, oh, I hate saying it because I don't mean this for the sensitive people, but sometimes we just got to toughen the fuck up, sometimes. So now another one that we did have this morning, which is part of this beautiful grand trine and kite that is back in action. All right, so Mercury's at 25, Saturn's at 25, and Jupiter is at 24 of the water signs, and Uranus at 28 has started to form that kite. All right, so now the other day I was talking about the kite as in that you can throw it up in the air and run really fast to hope that it stays up there, or you can just wait, observe, feel the wind, throw it up. The kite will find its own flow, it will find its own current, and then you get to, like, while you're holding the kite, you see the top of it. But once that kite is flying, you're seeing things from a different perspective. You're looking at the potential up there from here on earth. All right, so I just love that there is this opportunity to be in the moment and see things from a different perspective. Again, we are just starting to get up. We're like, okay, I really don't feel like running. I really don't feel like just fucking throwing spaghetti on the wall and see if it sticks. We can take measured action. All right, so that measured action is the Mercury trine Saturn that happened this morning at 3 a.m. All right, so that's all about the planning. All right, so we've thought long and hard for quite a long time now. So once Mercury moves, once Saturn goes direct, oh, sorry, Neptune goes direct, like we're just in this, just about to lunge forward momentum type of space. So Mercury was trine Saturn this morning. It is opposing Uranus in the next couple of days for the third time. All right, again, this is not a new flavor for us. This is something that we have only just recently been this excited potential. All right, and it's a nervous system as thing as well. So make sure that you are looking after your nervous system and paying attention to your mental health, because again, it's the third time. So first time you pay it, you notice it or you freak out. The second time you're like, oh, what was that thing? And the third time is, okay, I'm going to move forward in a different way, more supportive, do something different. You know, on the weekend we were talking about, fighting the worthy fight. Like, don't give away your energy if you don't need to, type of thing. And then lastly, that Mercury is trine Neptune, so be careful again to not lose yourself. It is very much a potential this week to stare into space, to have escapist tendencies, to just, not do the things that you want to do, or maybe even feel like you're drowning in it. So just definitely a week to absolutely, Louise, bring on the adventure. So that is after 150, the moon will be moving into Leo. Okay, so I feel like this afternoon things are going to pick up a little bit more. But are you looking after yourself? While the moon is in this last little bit of Cancer. Um, I know Michael and I, we did so much work outside yesterday. And when you do, where you're like looking around your life and you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's all clear. You're like, oh, I only moved one pile, but it made all the difference. And we did, like that pile was in the middle of our driveway. So we did move the pile, and now the whole vista looks completely different. So I hope that might be something like that you're experiencing in your life. We're getting ready for this movement. I feel like the year is already starting. There is lots of things that are starting to engage that we are going to follow through with for 2026, which is looking like an amazing year as well. But it is one of those things that I am lagging on. All right, so absolutely putting my hand up here. I'm like, my brain is like, come on, let's get moving. But the other things are starting to slow. Snap, crackle, pop, clear the drive. Yes, oh my god, we absolutely, it looks so amazing, Sally. But very dusty, very dry, very dusty. We were outside yesterday and I had to put goggles on because there was just whirly dust storms everywhere. But so let's draw a card. I have spoken enough. 17 minutes. Wow. Incoming and outgoing. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to do the driveway as well. Susan spoke to us when she came and did the house feng shui, and it is something that I'm conscious of every time I drive in the driveway. I'm like, this driveway is clear and inviting. This driveway is smooth. This driveway allows flow in. Spaghetti on the wall. Yeah, absolutely. Just see what sticks. All right, here we go. What card is going to sum up, summarize the day? I'm heading off into town today as well, so I'm just glad that I was able to get on. Oh, Nine of Wands. I just feel like, look, in saying that, we have already done the work. All right, this lady has built the fence, but she's still standing there looking off into the distance. So I feel like this absolutely is a potential card. And even I was listening to something yesterday, Minnow Pond Tarot, absolutely one of my favorite. He's so good, Chris Reck. And he was like, dummy, you've been doing the work. Now is the time that you're going to see all the systems start to work there, like in the natural flow of things. All right, so she's protected herself, she's standing guard, and she's ready for what is to come. Let me have a quick look and see what the Nine of Wands in this says. I'm sure you all know, ladies, but I push beyond my own perceived limitations, and I remain open and trusting as I do. And I completely agree. Definitely about determination, resilience. You've done the work. You've been doing the work. Now is the time to just have faith that you will find that current. You will chuck that kite up in the air. You don't need to run fast. You can just trust that you will see and find the right current for you to do the work that you are doing. So with that, thank you so much. It's going to be a good week, guys. It's going to be a good week. We're heading into awesome energy. So, mwah, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.